All right. So happy Monday. I sent everybody a text this morning to briefly go over, to give you a heads up that an email went out advertising our annual Celsius sale. So for the newer therapists that haven't gone through this, every summer we do a big sale in August, and I wasn't going to do it because it's been kind of crazy, but then I thought it's a perfect thing to maybe entice people to come back in, to get some more regular clients that have been kind of on the fence or a little leery about coming in. When you give them a humongous discount, they can't they can't stay away. So the Celsius sale goes on starting tomorrow, Tuesday, through the following Tuesday, so the 1st to the 8th. And the deal is that the discount that is applied at time of checkout is the temperature in Celsius. So we have a little chart that's going to go out through social media showing what the prices are. But basically, people are going to be getting like anywhere from $32. I dropped my paper, sorry. $32 all the way up to almost $40. It caps at $39 off. It caps at 100 degrees. Even so, like tomorrow is supposed to be 102. So the cap is 100 degrees temperature. So all clients that mention the Celsius sale before or during their massage or when they check out, they are applicable to receive the discount. So there is a little drop down menu under discount that says Celsius 20, and that will automatically have whatever the price of the discount is for that day. It'll already be populated in there. I will text everyone who's on shift for that given day what the price is. So when clients ask, you'll know how much the discount is. Basically transferring what the temperature is in Fahrenheit to Celsius, and that's the discount that they get. Makes sense? Super easy. We're going to be blasting it out on social media. It went out today on an email blast that also announced that Carrie and Hector are back in the clinic taking clients. So I'm excited to see their faces back on the schedule. And it also kind of briefly talked, like we mentioned, Sydney, who's doing horse photography now. She used to be a therapist with us. The stuff that's going on with the driveway and the Celsius sale. So feel free to email, text message, notify your old clients that you haven't seen in a while. Try to entice them to come back in. Yeah, and that's about it as far as the Celsius sale goes. It's for 1 week only. It is not, they cannot combine it with any other discounts. So Rogue, Friends and Family, Ham, any of those, Bicycle Sport Shop, it's whichever discount is more, that's the discount that they get. So if they've mentioned the Celsius sale discount, they only get that discount. It cannot be combined with other discounts. Because I gotta pay you guys. So, yeah, it's a Celsius sale starting next week. Use it to your advantage. Fill your schedule up. Get some people back in the clinic that you haven't seen in a while, and yeah, use it as a great marketing tool. The other thing next on the agenda is the COVID waiver. So there's been some confusion with what waivers go out. If there is a little red box on the upper, let's see, when you're looking at your schedule, if you see a little red box with the white question mark in the center of the box on your schedule, that means that that there is a form missing. So hand them the tablet when they walk in the door. When you pull up there, when you touch their appointment and open their appointment up and go to forms, it will automatically populate the form that is missing. Every client needs to have an intake form and a COVID waiver. The COVID waiver is filled out every single appointment they come in. It's not just the initial appointment. every single time they make an appointment, they're going to have to fill out that COVID waiver to make sure to just let us know. And you guys need to be looking at the forms. Make sure that they haven't traveled, that they haven't had a fever in the last 14 days, that they haven't been exposed to somebody that's had COVID in the last 14 days. I know time has gone by for the therapists that started in June, but we need to be vigilant as far as making sure that everybody has that waiver when they come in and everyone has an intake form and that you guys are actually reading those intake forms. So, so that you kind of have a heads up and know what they're coming in for, especially if they're a new client. Filling out the SOAP notes. I am guilty for not doing SOAP notes, so I am trying really hard to get in the habit of making sure that I'm entering that information into Vagaro on the Forms tab as much as possible, especially for the clients that kind of miss therapist hop. But the important one is making sure that they sign that intake form because it has our cancellation policy on there and all of the other pertinent information as far as email address and what they're coming in for and if they have any contraindications, if they're on medication, all that good stuff. So just kind of get in a habit of checking the forms when clients come in before they walk in the door so you kind of already know what is up. The other thing that will populate on the appointment is a little orange square, and it'll be in the upper left-hand corner. It looks like a little Post-it note, and that means that there is an appointment, that the client wrote a note when they book their appointment. So it's really weird. It doesn't populate under the notes section. You actually have to go to open the note or open the appointment and then scroll down to edit. And when you touch edit, it'll open up the appointment information, like how long the session is, a client's name, all that stuff. If you scroll down, you'll see a little box that says notes, and that's where the yellow square, like Post-it note, that's where that note populates. So when it emails you the initial booking confirmation, that note will be on that email. Down at the bottom, it'll have the person's name, it'll say the length of the session, it'll say the location, and then if they type in anything like, I was in a car accident last week and I'm experiencing whiplash, they type that in and say that, that's where that note will show up on the appointment confirmation, but then you have to go to edit, scroll up, and you'll see that appointment note. Really weird. I don't know why it doesn't populate in the account notes, but whatever, that's where it is. So if you see the little orange square, that's what that means, that the client typed something in when they booked the appointment. The red square with the question mark means that they have not filled out one or both of the required forms to come in. Remember, intake form is the first visit only. All subsequent visits are COVID waivers. Every single time they come in. They come in once a week, once a month, twice a week, whatever. Every time they come in, until we get rid of the COVID waiver, they have to fill out an appointment, a COVID waiver every single session they walk in the door. Okay, next thing, really quickly, shifts. I know that a lot of people are still collecting unemployment. We are turning away people on the weekends. So if you're needing to make more money, if you're wanting to change your schedule, please, please, please let me know that now. I have a couple of interviews lined up for next week. I really hate turning away clients. I don't want to have to bring on new people. But if you guys aren't picking up shifts, then I need to bring in people to help cover. So I'd rather give you guys who are already on the schedule priority to any shifts that you may want. I know several people are only at 2 or 3 shifts, so if you want to pick up another shift, please let me know, and that way I can adjust the schedule accordingly before I interview the 2 people that I have on the books for next week. As far as new therapists goes, you guys know how we work. If you know anybody who is looking for shift work or is looking for a new massage home, let them know. And if they end up getting hired and they stay for 6 months, you guys will get a referral bonus. So yeah, so that's a little incentive, little perk. If you find somebody, if you help me find people to join the team, you guys can kind of already fill them in on how we operate around here. And I'd rather bring on people who are already familiar with the way we work and who are already friends with you guys. So yeah, so perks for you if they get hired and they stay on for 6 months. That's regardless if they do 2 shifts or 4 shifts or whatever. If they're here for 6 months, you guys will get a bonus. So yeah, so tell them to send their resume along with references. And if you are a reference, then that's already kudos, big points for that. But yeah, we are getting a little bit busier. Google Ads has started. I have a small budget, but we are starting with Google Ads. It started actually last week. So Ayla can tell you and confirm that we are getting a few more phone calls, but we're still turning people away on the weekends. So we really need help with those weekend shifts and the evening shifts at both locations. We only have 2.5 shifts covered at Congress. Carrie is there on Tuesday morning. I'm there on Wednesday morning and Friday morning. And Lauren is there on Saturday morning. So we have no evening shifts covered at Congress. So Congress is wide open if anybody is looking for extra shifts and are cool flying solo. Congress is a great option. And I think that's it for now. Housekeeping rules. The couple of things, if you guys could please, when you pull out the wipes, if you could close the lid so that way the wipes don't get dry, I'd really appreciate that. Make sure you're plugging in everything, speakers as well as the tablets in each room. Don't leave them under the table or on the shelves or unplugged, because it's really helpful if you plug everything in. Also, if you can please, if you are putting the headrest on the table, make sure that the little pokey parts of the headrest lay it down flat, because the headrest, when you put the little pokey parts, when you put it down like this, the little pokey parts end up tearing the plastic, and then we end up having to put pieces of white duct tape on there. So if you could either lay it flat, clean it, wipe it down, and put it back on the table, so it's drying on the table. Pokey parts not down, please. Okay, I think that's it. If you have any questions, give me a holler. But yeah, I miss you guys, and I would really like to maybe do a distancing kind of lunch or something. I don't know. It's really weird times, and I miss everybody. And the schedule has changed a lot. Carlin is not returning to Austin. Hannah has moved to Montana. Jade is moving or going home to Maine. So yeah, there's a lot of change happening. So I just kind of wanted to keep you guys all in the loop. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm a text message or phone call away. And yeah, miss your faces. Bye.